Have you ever had one of those days where everything blurs together? You wake up, check your phone, reply to emails, attend meetings, finish tasks, scroll endlessly, and by the time the day ends, you've done 100 things but feel absolutely nothing. No peace, no joy, just a quiet sense of having missed something important. We go through life reacting, producing, rushing, but rarely do we pause and ask the one question that could change everything. What actually mattered today? Most people never stop to reflect, not because they don't care, but because they're scared. Scared of realizing they've been living for the wrong things. Scared of seeing how much of their time was wasted chasing what doesn't matter. So we stay busy. We fill the silence. We avoid the mirror. But the truth is, that mirror holds your freedom. In the modern world, we're told that time is money, so don't waste it thinking. But the Stoics believed the opposite. Thinking well is how you spend time wisely. Seneca wrote, "Each day is a life," which means each day must be treated as something sacred, not something to get through, but something to learn from, to shape with intention. The problem is, we live in a culture that glorifies momentum, productivity, optimization, hustle. So we trick ourselves into thinking, the more I do, the more I become. But you can build a tower that climbs endlessly and still realize it's leaning in the wrong direction. The Stoics, Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, Epictetus, all practiced one simple but powerful ritual: daily reflection. Why? Because without clarity, we drift. And without reflection, we confuse distraction with purpose. Marcus Aurelius, in his meditations, reminded himself daily, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." This wasn't some morbid thought. It was a call to focus, a way of waking up, to realize time is slipping, life is fragile, and we don't get unlimited tries. Epictetus said, "Know what belongs to you and what doesn't." He meant, stop wasting emotional energy on what you can't control. What matters most is your character, how you respond, how you show up. And Seneca, he journaled nightly. He reviewed his day like a warrior polishing his blade with honesty, but without self-pity. This practice wasn't just ancient wisdom. It was strategy for clarity, emotional control, and a deeper kind of power. Modern science now backs this up. A study in the Journal of Experimental Psychology found that people who wrote about their thoughts and values for 10 minutes a day made better decisions under stress. Writing improves your working memory. It sharpens emotional awareness. It gives you agency. According to psychologist James Pennebaker, journaling consistently can lower cortisol levels, reduce anxiety, and improve problem-solving because it organizes your mind's chaos into structure. Reflection literally rewires your brain. But here's the problem. Most people don't know where to start. They think it takes hours, or they have to be some deep philosopher. But the truth is, a Stoic reflection ritual can be done in 10 minutes or less, and over time, it will change the course of your life. Let me show you how. Step 1. Ask the right questions. The mind drifts unless you guide it. So each evening or morning, take a few minutes and ask, what truly mattered today? Where did I waste energy on things I can't control? Did I act according to my values, or just follow impulse? What would I do differently if I could live today again? These questions create space between stimulus and response. They give you the ability to edit your life not after a decade of regret, but daily, with precision. Step 2. Write it down. Journaling is not about being poetic. It's about being honest. You don't need paragraphs, just a few lines. What went well? Where did I fall short? What lesson can I carry into tomorrow? The act of writing turns vague feelings into clarity. It transforms emotions into insights. And when practiced consistently, it builds self-trust. You no longer fear your thoughts because you've learned how to face them. Step 3. Choose one meaningful act. Reflection without action is like aiming without firing. So after journaling, ask, what's one thing I can do tomorrow that reflects what matters most to me? This could be saying no to something that drains you, reconnecting with someone you love, finishing a task that brings inner peace, not external praise. In doing this, you build something powerful, internal alignment. You stop drifting. You start living on purpose. Let me show you how this works in real life. Tom is a 35-year-old creative director in Chicago. On the outside, things looked good. Promotions, salary, recognition. But inside, he was drained. He found himself snapping at his team, avoiding family calls, waking up in the middle of the night thinking, is this it? One night, he came across a quote from Seneca, "As long as you live, keep learning how to live." That sentence haunted him. He realized he hadn't learned anything meaningful about himself in years. That night, he took out an old notebook and wrote 3 lines. "I'm tired of reacting. I'm tired of running. I want to choose again." That became his ritual. 10 minutes before bed. No rules, just truth. Within weeks, he said no to a draining freelance project. He spent more time with his daughter. He started setting boundaries. No big life overhaul, just small, consistent shifts that came from reflection. And then there's Maria. Single mom, 2 jobs, always exhausted. She thought journaling was for people with time. But one day, during her 10-minute break, she tried it. She wrote down, "I feel invisible." That sentence broke her. It also healed her. She realized she was living for everyone but herself. From then on, she carved out 5 minutes every night to reconnect, to cry, to breathe. And for the first time in years, she began to feel real again. This is the quiet power of daily reflection. It doesn't need to be loud. It doesn't require Instagram quotes or perfect routines. It only asks for honesty and the courage to pause. Reflection is not a luxury. It's a return to self. It's how you live with depth while the world screams for speed. Because here's the truth no one tells you. A life that isn't examined becomes a life that isn't truly lived. You can have money, followers, even respect, but if you're not present with yourself, none of it means anything. So tonight, I challenge you. Before you fall asleep, take 5 minutes. Ask yourself, what truly mattered to me today? Did I live by choice or by default? And if you feel brave, write your answer, just for you, no one else. Do this for 3 days. Then look back. What you'll see is who you're becoming. Because each day is a draft. And the only way to write it well is to reread it with awareness. If this message spoke to something in you, consider subscribing. And if someone you care about has been drifting lately, send them this video. It might be the 5-minute pause they need.